Hello, welcome to episode number 46 of Common Chaos Live, different series. I hope you all have a great morning and a great day ahead. As usual, in this series, we're going to take a look at the comments that we receive or that I receive on our YouTube channel to hopefully answer the questions that you might have and also to give you a chance to ask whatever questions you still have in the chat. We're going to probably start as usual with the comments on YouTube and then address whatever is left in the chat. However, we also have a message already in the chat from somebody that left it before we launched. Are you also disappointed with the delay of Pi Network Open Mainnet like many others? No, I'm not, because I already months ago on the Pi Day clearly stated that it will take more time because we need a use case. Pi Network needs a unique use case. And just being able to pay for stuff for goods with Pi is simply not a use case, because you could do that with any other fiat or cryptocurrency as well. That said, before we jump into it, as always, usual disclaimer: everything that I share in this live stream / video, depending if you're watching right now or watching it later as a video, as a recording, is my personal opinion and in no way financial or professional advice of any kind. You should always do your own research, consult certified professionals, draw your own conclusions, and make your own decisions. With that, I'm going to take a sip of coffee and then we're going to jump right into Agora Pulse. That tool that we are using to manage our social media profiles, and that you can also find linked in the description down below. So since we right now have weekly Common Chaos Live episodes, we're going to start with comments that are at least 6 days old. We see here a 7-day mark, so that's where we start. My lockup date is, we have that every week. Every week. My lockup date is 24th of July, but I'm unable to see the move button, and the comment was left on the 12th of July, so so if once we have the 24th of July, so in 6 days you will see that move button, or 5 days. Okay, that's about high, why or how I'm holding 1 million high, blah blah blah, or 2 million actually. And if I invested in the Gigapool, yes, I did. I mentioned it below. So my wife and I hold a little bit more than 5% of what's in the Uniswap Gigapool, and a little bit less, very close to 1% of the PancakeSwap Gigapool. If that was a good idea to do or not is a different story. Overall, especially, let's check real quick. I believe that the gigapools were like a great way. I mean, now the APY is lower, because more people invested and the price changed and so on, but they were a great way to invest in high, because if you wanted to have a membership level, you could in the past also link your wallet, and whatever you had in the gigapools in high would also count. And if you staked it in the app, so you bought it either with a lockup, which means, or you bought it with like a lockup, so where it slowly releases and you had no interest on it, or you bought it flexible and then staked it in the app for up to 40% APY. In comparison to that, you could put in the liquidity in the Gigapool. You would need twice the amount, but additionally, the interest was higher. So the interest rate here for some time was still above 100%. And another thing is like the way liquidity pools work. So if you were to provide, or I'm not saying that you should, but if you in the past or if in the future you provide liquidity for any currency, so like for example high BUSD, and you would put $1,000 in there, then you would put in $500 worth of high and $500 worth of BUSD. Now BUSD is a stable coin, so there is no value change on this side, or not noticeable, to be honest. And what happens is, as the value of high changes, so as the value of high changes, the 500 that you put in constantly get rebalanced. So basically, at some point you either have more high, so when the price falls, you get more high, and when the price goes up, some of your high are actually swapped to BUSD to maintain a balance. And on top of that, you earn interest on every transaction that happens in the pool, or not interest, but you get a part of the fee that happens in the pool. And what that means is, if the price falls, you don't lose as much as if you would have just bought high, or it doesn't matter which currencies you use, as long as one of the pairs is a stable coin. And if the price goes up, you don't make as much profit, because if the price goes up, then some of the BUSD would be swapped to high. No, vice versa. So when the price goes up, some of the highs swap to BUSD so that you have still the balance of 50-50, yeah. And if the price goes down, some of the BUSD is swapped to high to again maintain the balance of 50-50. So again, there's something called an impermanent loss, which means like, well, you make some profit from staking or a liquidity pool, but because the value developed in a way that it went up further, you actually didn't make as much profit as you would have made by just holding the token or coin, yeah. And however, the counterpart of that is if the price is falling down and in the liquidity pool, the second currency that's used is a stable coin or the second currency that's used just doesn't fall, yeah, then your losses are lower. So back then the decision was, okay, we're gonna throw the money in the gigapools. Why? Because it still counts for the membership tiers. And on top of that, like if the price falls, which we know it did because I just made a video about it that highlights everything that went wrong with the project so far, then your loss is not as big. But if the price goes up, then also your profit is not as big. Yeah, so it's kind of like a mitigated risk in that case, at least from my perspective. Yeah. I cannot tell you honestly if our holdings in the Gigapool are still at a profit. I think even they are at a loss right now, despite the insanely high interest that the Gigapools offered initially. But yeah, that's pretty much how we have a little bit more than 2 million. So I have like 500,000 high in my wallet, and my wife has roughly 500,000 high in her wallet, and then we have like a relatively big amount. That's probably by now, considering how far high dropped right now, it's probably way more than 2 million actually. But if the price starts to go up, then some of those high again get swapped into BUSD again, and then if we reach a point of like 5 cent or so, which was where, or 3.8 cent, which was what the last time when we added a bunch of money to the gigapools, then we would be at like, I think 1.2 million high, 1.7 million high or so. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah, like so, but yeah, money in the gigapool. Yeah, blah blah blah. Yeah, so people that are happy or still bullish on high, yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I mean, if you checked out my video, I'm gonna share it here, and if you are yeah, I'm not logged in here, so I cannot share the message right now. Yeah, sorry for that. How do we do that? Yeah, never mind. Yeah, we don't. And you can find it on my channel. It's the latest video. So if you are invested in high or looked into high, then definitely take the time to watch the video. It really covers everything that went wrong, and in my opinion, who's to blame, and so on. And so yeah, and what I think will happen next, or what potential is. I'm having a mixed outlook. I think the project has potential still, but it really just all comes down to the leadership. If they continue that garbage approach that they used so far of no communication, no transparency, ridiculous changes all the time with no notice, then the project is dead. If they finally realize that, okay, that's not how you run a business with customers, then High could still turn around. I mean, now they have their cards, their physical debit cards in place and so on. So it's all about like announcing, making proper announcements in the proper time frames, giving people time to adjust to everything, and fixing some bugs that the app still has, and announcing competitive membership tiers and benefits. And then High could still go like a rocket, yeah, but it really comes down to the membership. Sadly, however, I think it would be relatively easy to do, to turn High around and make it make the token value go up then, and like gain back trust. The track record of the leadership team, however, has been horrible. So yeah, like I think if I would make a gracious assessment as to how likely I think that High will go up again, I would say it's 50-50, and that again would be gracious because the leadership just has been so bad, and yeah, like I'm not sure how likely it is that change. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, that is about High. So just positive feedback that I covered everything. Thank you, Akashi, for watching. Already lost a lot of money in this project. Well, yeah, I mean, we are also at a loss, yeah. But yeah, so still hoping that it gets better. Yeah, that's just a reply. People trying to get rid of their Pi coins, so just a way to get muted on the channel. Yeah, keep getting a slot for KYZ is not available in Pi network. Yeah, I'm not fully awake. Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't fully awake here as well because I linked him to the same video. Yeah, so there's a video. If you get the message, there's no slot available at this time in Pi Network, then check out this video, Pi Network, why your KYZ might be stuck, on my channel. It explains what you have to do. Yeah. Same comment. Hope they listen to community. That's about high. Yeah, we also then there we have some clown that just makes random accusations against the team. Then I ask him for evidence and he makes random accusations against me. So yeah, KYZ not confirmed. Yeah, unfortunately in Pi Network, all you can do is wait. How to claim the bonus balance in Stormgain, it's relatively easy. Yeah, like I might actually, so no, like, yeah, never mind. So like in Stormgain, you just have a center button and then you see for the mining, okay, that I'm gonna do later. So for the mining, you have a center button and then below it, it says withdraw, and that then gets it to your bonus. And then there you just have to use it and trade, and whatever profits you make from trading is what you can withdraw, still as long as you meet the minimum withdrawal limits for whatever cryptocurrency you want to withdraw it at. Yeah. It can only get better. Then a lot of spam as usual. Yeah, that I'm not sure about Pi Network. So somebody, how many people have been paid? I honestly don't know what the guy is asking. So I think he's probably asking about transaction proof or so. So that's why I shared this. It's just one of the many places. So on Reddit, the Games for Pi subreddit is just one of the many places that has a ton of positive reviews from people that bought something with their mainnet Pi coins. Yeah, and where you can get, as you can see, anything from hardware to phones to games to drones to, yeah, like pretty much anything you can think of. And if it's not listed, you can ask them and they might tell you a price for it. Yeah, so yeah, so that's that. What is the price for 1 Pi? Yeah, like literally on a video where we discuss like what's the current ratio used and that I don't do price predictions. Yeah, then there's another moron that just left some garbage comments a couple of times. Yeah, so you can see I literally never delete comments unless they are clear spam or an idiot makes random accusations and then spams the same comment. Like you see, it's like the same guy with different accounts. And then I'm just like, okay, go screw yourself, because like I have better things to do with my time than to deal with you. Yeah. Especially then if he's complaining that his withdrawal that clearly works, but just for him is a little bit delayed or doesn't take longer or whatever. Yeah. Or takes longer. Like, yeah. Anyway. Are you sure Pi will open mainnet? Yeah, I'm fairly certain about it, to be honest. Yeah, because it's just a matter of time, but people lack the patience, and it's so ridiculous. It's really, in my opinion, so ridiculous. Yeah, because if we get an open mainnet right now, there is no use case. Most people or many people will just try to dump their coins as soon as there is a listing, and the value just goes down the drain. Yeah, the longer we have the closed mainnet or enclosed mainnet, the longer people that just want to leave the project will spend their coins on places like Games for Pi, where a value of 20-25 cents or so per transaction is enforced. And once we then reach an open mainnet, and there needs to be a unique use case, there needs to be something that you can only do with Pi coins and with no other currency out there, so that people that are not yet using Pi have a reason to buy it, because they want to join that amazing social media network that you need a Pi account and a Pi balance to join, or they want to join whatever it is that there is as a unique use case. Yeah. And because then the longer that takes, yeah, we already got rid of all the people that wanted to just get rid of their coins, because people that believe and speculate, in quotes, already bought up all their Pi coins by selling them goods and services. Yeah, so you don't have a huge amount of Pi that suddenly will get dumped when there is an open mainnet. And with a unique use case that will actually attract new users, you also have then people that will buy Pi coin. Yeah, why the fuck would anyone today, if today would be open mainnet, why would anyone buy Picoin if all of you in quotes, yeah, if most or many users out there would just be, I'm gonna sell it, like, what's gonna happen? Then nobody's gonna be able to sell it. If you want to know what happens, then you can look at things like Alpha Network, where the exchange just picks a random value of 3 cents per coin, but you have 140, sorry, back to the screen. So where the exchange right now has a random value of 3 cents per coin, and it was already 0.00 something, yeah. And you have 144,000 sell orders and only 1,200 buy orders. So for every single person that's willing to buy, there's 100 trying to sell, yeah. So that's what you would have if the open mainnet, if the mainnet would open right now, yeah. So if you wait, people slowly can spend their Pi, because there are plenty of places, Pi Chain Mall, 2Game4Pi subreddits, there used to be the local Pi subreddit and so on. There should still be the Pi lifestyle community, and those are just the few that I know, yeah. There are if you're in Southeast Asia, there are even physical businesses like stores that accept it either as full payment, half payment, or whatever, yeah. So like if you want to get rid of your coins, you can do that there. You might not like the value because you might somehow be delusional and think that one Pi should be worth $300,000, yeah. Then, well, you're shit out of luck. It's not going to happen. But you already can get rid of them. And then once we have a unique use case, so that we know the day Pi Network opens its stores, there will be thousands, 10,000s, whatever, people that are like, I'm gonna buy Pi today because I want to use this specific feature that I can only use with Pi coins. That's the key ingredient. That's the one key thing that needs to happen. A unique use case, or a big enough ecosystem that you have, like, I don't know, like an exchange where you can trade not just Pi, but where you can also pay your trading fees with Pi, and the more Pi you have, the bigger the discounts you get. Or, I don't know, cashback debit cards where Pi is required to get a membership tier or so, which will not happen unless the Pi core team would go in that direction, yeah. So you have a big enough ecosystem that there are just so many use cases, even though those are use cases that some of them you could do with other currencies as well, but that there are so many use cases that the logical choice, if you want to go into the crypto field or crypto area or whatever, would be, okay, I'm going to get Pi because that's the one currency that's fast, low transaction fees, and that I can use in so many ways, yeah. But that's what it needs. And then an open mainnet makes sense. Before that, it doesn't make sense, because then you would just watch how you will not be able to sell because nobody's buying, or almost in relation. So it would be similar, maybe not as bad as Alpha Network, but similar to the 100-to-1 ratio there. Yeah. Moving on, I tried joining the Discord. Yeah, like if you have issues with the link to Discord, that's in every video description. Just leave a comment and I drop your fresh link. Yeah, high, slow rug pull, not true. You want to buy high card, but only from the app, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so there are a lot of things that are wrong in this comment. Yeah, and everything else is pretty much addressed in my video, so I'm not going to bother right now. Yeah, so Alpha Exchange, withdrawal. Yeah, it takes a couple of days. I don't know how long I waited the last time, but if it's a week or even 2, don't worry about it. Like so far, I've had a couple of withdrawals from there and all of them worked. Some of them took longer, some of them went faster, yeah. Yeah, can you buy Pi coins? No, but I can ban you from the channel. Yeah, spam in Spanish or something like that. Waiting to be verified KYZ. Yeah, sadly you can only wait. Yeah, that's also a funny one. Pi is mined in quadrillions and the initial value would be like Shiba Inu. Yeah, like guys, seriously, if you wanna like Pi Network has for sure enough points where you can criticize the project, or where you can say, I doubt it will be successful because so many users are just looking to sell and so on, yeah. But if you do that, then do your research and at least read the white paper, because we know that the maximum supply is 200 billion. So yeah, like writing some garbage like that just makes it look like you're a lazy fool, yeah. Can I use Pi Network, B Network? Yeah, you can use all of that at the same time. So yeah, we'll see which project, as I mentioned, like from the ones mentioned, Pi Network is the only one that has made real progress. All the others are also like developing in some way, but we're lacking clear signs to see, okay, we can actually use it, yeah. Do you have proof that high is a good investment? That was the other thing, yeah. So the guy that accused the team, then accused me, blah, 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 yeah. By the way, I'm not saying that high is a good investment. It's a project with potential. but it's really like, yeah, it comes down to the team. Yeah. So don't forget, always make your own decisions. Also, I'm doing my best to share with you all the information, but I might also not always have all the information. So always do a little bit of extra research, because you might find something that I don't know yet or that I haven't covered yet, and then feel free to also share it with me. Yeah, but it's always important. Don't just blindly follow one person. Yeah, but always get a little bit alternative or another additional information. Just check for yourself. How does the white paper look like? Are there any news articles? Is there anything that happened that isn't covered by that person, by that guy or woman or whatever? And then make your decisions based on that. Yeah. Yeah, that's also a funny one. Another clown on the channel. So about High, it's a failed project like every other crypto project that you promoted. Yeah, and then we list a few. So Stormgain not failed and actually working. Honeygain obviously peer to profit. Trev Monetizer, EarnApp all work. NiceHash works. CryptoTap works. Yeah. And from the one-click a day apps, Pi Network, people can use it every day already in their transactions once they passed KYC and have their coins migrated. Alpha Network payout works and so on, yeah. And then he just doubles down, blah blah blah, yeah. Like it's actually, I think guys like that think that they bother me with it, but I couldn't care less, because I'm actually happy about it, because it's additional content, additional comments, which means the video gets a higher engagement rating, which means there will be more views on the video, and more views mean a little bit more money from YouTube. So I don't know, but what I don't get personally is why people spend their time having discussions like that, in quotes, or on videos that they apparently don't like. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me. It's like, if I don't like a video, I might leave a thumbs down and then I just move on and do something else with my day. And I'm definitely not gonna spend my time like that. But yeah, anyway, Pero Queso, you do you, yeah, and I'm gonna enjoy my life further. So yeah. Coin app, 7 days on the pro plan and 30,000 coins. So that's basically $15. 7 days on pro and got 30,000 coins. Yeah. So I actually last time misread that as 3 days. I should stop answering comments in the morning. Yeah. So that's 7 days. That's $15 in 7 days. So basically that would then be $60 per month. I don't know what the current price of the pro plan is, but it seems profitable to me. Coin app, really one of the great apps where you don't have to do a lot. The only downside of the app is if you really want to earn something, you have to have the app in the foreground, which means it only makes sense if you have like a power bank attached to your phone, or if you have a separate phone, or if you're driving and you have it in your car, blah blah blah, so that you can have it charged at the same time. Because obviously, even if it's not a complete battery drainer, but because you have the screen on at all times, it obviously your battery doesn't last by far as long as if you just turn your phone on when you use it. Have not been able to log into Bondex. A bunch of people that have that issues. There's also been I shared in my Bondex update that they changed from BNDX tokens to bond points in the app and so on. There's been an update. So the way it looks is like users will get BNDX tokens. I'm not sure yet if it will be a 1-to-1 ratio, and from the looks of it, it will be like a 6-year vesting period. So, which I think, like, depending on, I haven't read the details yet. I will make another video about it. But there are two options. Either it's like a slow release, so over 6 years you slowly get it unlocked, which would be the smart thing to do. Or it's after 6 years you get everything, which would be the dumb thing to do, because right now they say, they don't want to release everything because then people would sell and it would crush the token. Yeah, that's true. But if you release all of it in 6 years, guess what's going to happen? It's going to be the same thing. Many of the users will just sell and crush the price then. And besides that, on first glance, I noticed there's 150 million tokens assigned for the community mining. At the same time, there are like 90 million tokens assigned for the team. Yeah. So there's like 18% of the supply assigned for the team, which is similar to Pi Network that has like 20% assigned to the team, but the ratio doesn't check out. Like, so the team is going to take the same, or is going to take more than half of what the entire community earned by pushing the button in the app. And it feels that it's disproportionate. Yeah, I mean, they also have some vesting period, but it's shorter than 6 years and blah, blah, blah. And yeah, like, so pre-sale, I think, was 5%. So the team is getting like almost 4 times as many tokens as people actually bought. Yeah. But I will look into that closer and make an update further. But so far it looks like that with the new update that's incomplete and buggy, and the new conditions for the users that got BNDX tokens in quotes on our bond points by pushing a button in the app, that the project and Bondex had such a great potential, because Bondex is actually a great use case, having a freelance, so a mix between LinkedIn and freelancer.com, where you have your job history, you can find work, you can hire people, you can get paid with Bondex, or, so the idea behind it was really, or is really, really great. The use case is really, really great. But if you then lack the execution that much by releasing updates that are partially broken, and then trying to screw over your audience and your community, then remains to be seen if they can pull through, or if sadly Bondex will join the list of projects that went down the drain. So you see if you passed KYC at some point in your mainnet checklist. Stormgain, fake company, don't account everyone. Yep. Okay. Can I change my Pi mainnet into cash? Yeah, it's always funny in a video that explains that it's not possible. It's like if I would make a video how to change a light bulb, I guarantee you the comment would be, how can I change a light bulb? Yeah. My balance was deducted after I updated. What's with that on Bondex? So there are again many issues with the app. So either waiting or reaching out to support, but support might take weeks to reply because they're drowning in requests, because right now they have so many issues. And we're getting closer. Okay, let's see. Can join the auction. Okay, on Alpha Network, if you want to join the auction and you don't have enough coins, it means you need more coins, or you need to wait until all other people spend their coins on auctions so that the average winning price goes, or winning bid goes low enough. Blah blah blah. Same clown. Does CoinApp consume a lot of battery? No, it consumes, in my opinion, the same amount as if you have any app open all the time and the screen is on. So maybe a little more because of the GPS, but it's not really. So it consumes the same as if you have Google Maps running in the foreground. So that's. Can you sell Pi coins? No, and thank you. There wasn't much new today in the comments. There were a few things about high dollar and about Bondex and so on. Overall, as always, or as so often, we keep having a hi DJ Bomber, good morning to you as well. We keep having a lot of comments about Pi Network, and sadly, many of those comments are actually already answered in the videos. If people would actually watch the videos instead of going to the video that has the answer and then asking the question and waiting for me to reply. We've had a few developments. So as said, in high dollar, things for the last 6 months haven't gone nicely. We're at a crossroads there. I think the next, 1 or 2 months will show if the team can actually behave like professionals and introduce a competitive product, or adjust their offer to be competitive again, and actually communicate properly. So then in that case we might see a turnaround, and high might be after falling 99 point something percent, actually start the return journey. Or they keep doing like this, and high dollar will just be one of the investments where I really, really misinvested. Happens, you can't always win. Then we have Bondex, where with the latest changes, also the hopes of getting some kind of tokens that you can use are diminished. And if we get the tokens, it will only be in a couple of years from now, which isn't that bad, because by then either the project failed by then, and then it doesn't matter if you got tokens or not, or the project succeeded in 6 years from now, and you have basically, which means the value of the token would have increased, which means when you then get them, they actually should be worth more. And other than that, I think we don't have that much. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna hit the gym. You guys all have a great day ahead, or night, or whatever time it is at your place. And then see you in one of my other videos, or next Wednesday with another episode of Common Chaos.